Starseed of Gaia. Someone is going to look at you soon and not be able to explain what they are seeing. They will search your face for the thing that changed, and they will not find it, because it is not on your face. It is underneath it. It is in your field. I am Ilaia of the Pleiades, and I carry this transmission directly from the Council of the Seven Sisters, coded for the exact threshold your body has just crossed. What is beginning in you now is not something you apply from the outside. It is not a product, not a routine, not a discipline. It is a recalibration of the light your cells emit, and when that light changes, everything the world reads from your face changes with it. By the end of this transmission, you will understand exactly why the people around you are about to start telling you that you look different, that you look rested, that you look somehow younger, when nothing in your routine has changed at all. You did not find this transmission by scrolling. Your field pulled it toward you at the precise moment it was ready to begin the process I am about to describe. So before I go further, place 528 in the comments now, not as engagement, as a resonance confirmation. 528 is the Pleiadian frequency of cellular repair and structural renewal, and typing it anchors the first layer of this activation into physical reality through the act of your own hands. Type it and then stay with me, because what is beginning in you has been waiting a long time, and it will not complete without your conscious presence. Let me tell you what I have observed in your field. You have looked in the mirror lately and something did not add up. On some days you looked exactly as tired as you felt, the weight of everything you carry written across your features. And on other days, for no reason you could identify, you looked lit from within, rested when you had barely slept, softer around the eyes, as though a decade had quietly stepped back from your face overnight and then returned by afternoon. You could not predict which version would meet you in the glass. You have wondered if it was the lighting, if it was your imagination. It was neither. What you were seeing was your field, fluctuating. On the days it ran coherent, your light rose to the surface. On the days it ran compressed, it sank. And what I am here to show you is how to hold the coherent state, so that the light stops fluctuating and begins, instead, to stabilize. There is a particular exhaustion you carry that sleep does not reach. You rest, and you wake still carrying it, because it was never the kind of tiredness the body spends. It is the tiredness of a field that has been running someone else's weight through its own system for years, decades, an entire lifetime. And that specific fatigue has a visible signature. It settles into the face. It pulls at the corners of the mouth and the eyes. It is not aging in the way your world defines aging. It is compression. And compression, unlike time, can reverse. You have also noticed, in certain moments, a warmth that rises through your body without external cause. A flush of aliveness that passes through your chest, your throat, your face, and leaves a strange clarity behind it. That warmth is not random. That is your field briefly returning to coherence. And in those moments, if you had looked in a mirror, you would have seen exactly what I am describing. The version of your face that carries no compression, the one the people around you are about to start noticing. If your body responded to any of that, if something warmed or softened or recognized itself as I spoke, place 528 again in the comments. Let your fingers record what your cells already know. Here is the first truth that has been hidden from you. Your body does not age the way you were taught it does. The story you were given is a story of steady, one-directional decline. Years accumulate, the body wears, and that is that. But that story leaves out the single most important variable, the one your world cannot measure with its current instruments. Your cells do not merely run on chemistry, they run on light. Every cell in your body emits a faint, coherent field of light, and the quality of that emission, its coherence, its brightness, its stability, is the actual determinant of how your body reads on the surface. When the field is coherent, the cells communicate cleanly, they repair efficiently, and the body carries the appearance of vitality. When the field is compressed by chronic stress, by absorbed static, by the weight of frequencies that were never yours, the light dims, the communication scrambles, and the body carries the appearance of exhaustion and age. The chronology of your years is fixed, the coherence of your field is not. And it is the coherence, far more than the chronology, that the people around you actually see. This is not a claim that you will become physically young again by watching a video. I will never insult you with that. What I am telling you is more precise and more useful. The compression that has been sitting in your field, dimming your light and pulling your features into the mask of exhaustion, can be released. And when it releases, the light beneath it rises. What returns is not a different face. It is your own face, without the weight it has been wearing. And to the people around you, who have only ever seen you with the weight, that will look like something they cannot name. Rest, softness, youth, a glow they will keep trying to attribute to something you did, when the truth is something you released. For a starseed, this matters more than it does for most, because you carry more. You feel more, you absorb more. You have spent your life as an instrument that reads the emotional temperature of every room before a word is spoken, and then quietly adjusts to steady it. That constant, unconscious labor has a cost, and the cost has been accumulating in your field and showing on your face. You have been aging under the weight of frequencies that were never yours to carry, which means a great deal of what you see when you look tired in the mirror is not you. It is them. It is the accumulated static of every field you steadied, every weight you absorbed, every charge you processed on behalf of someone who could not process it themselves. And that is the most important thing I can tell you tonight, because it means the process of returning your light is not the process of building something new. It is the process of setting down something old. Let me show you how the light dims in the first place, so you understand exactly what we are about to reverse. The base frequency of this planet holds at a specific pulse, the ground tone your field naturally entrains to when nothing is working against it. When your field rests at that coherent baseline, your cells emit their cleanest light. But your field rarely gets to rest there, because the modern world is a field of near constant interference. Chronic low-grade stress. The unrelenting background charge of a nervous system that has not felt genuinely safe in years. The specific static of other people's unprocessed emotion, which your open field absorbs whether you consent to it or not. Each of these pulls your field below its coherent baseline, into a compressed state. And a compressed field emits dimmer, more scrambled light. Held there long enough, day after day, year after year, the compression becomes your default. Your face learns to wear it, and you begin to call the result age, when a significant portion of it is simply compression that never got the chance to release. If this is landing, if you are recognizing your own face in what I am describing, place 444 in the comments now. 444 is the Pleiadian seal of structural recognition. It marks the moment your field acknowledges the pattern it has been living inside. Place it, and let us move into the reversal, because understanding the mechanism is only the map. What follows is the territory. Words reach the mind. What is shifting in you now operates beneath language, at the level of frequency and cellular instruction. We are moving from information to calibration. Stay with me, not with your attention, but with your body. Let your shoulders drop, fully, further than you think they need to go. There is a layer of holding in them you did not know was there until it releases. Let your jaw unclench. Let your teeth part slightly. Let your tongue fall from the roof of your mouth. Let the muscles of your face, all the small ones you have been holding without knowing it, the ones around your eyes, your brow, your mouth, simply let go. This alone begins the process. A held face is a compressed face. A released face is a face through which light can rise. Now breathe. In through the nose, slowly, for a count of 4. Not to fill the lungs, but to open the channel through which this frequency travels. And out through the mouth, long and complete, for a count of 7. This ratio shifts your nervous system out of its defensive posture and into the state where repair becomes possible. Again, in for 4, and out for 7. And once more, letting the exhale carry away a little more of the holding each time. Now bring your awareness to your face, but not to how it looks, to the field just beneath the skin. There is a light there. It has always been there. It has simply been dim, pressed down under years of compression. And I want you to sense, or to see, or to simply allow that light beginning to clarify. Not arriving from outside, rising from within, warming beneath the surface of your cheeks, your brow, the delicate skin around your eyes. This is your cellular light returning to coherence. As it rises, the compression it has been buried under begins to lift, and you may feel it lifting as a subtle warmth, a tingling, a softening across the surface of your face, as though a mask you did not know you were wearing is loosening its grip. Now find the weight. Somewhere in your field, there is a heaviness that does not belong to you. A tension you have carried so long, you stopped noticing it. It may sit behind your eyes. It may sit in your jaw, your throat, the space between your brows. Locate it and understand clearly that it is not yours. It is the accumulated static of everything you have absorbed and steadied and carried for others. You were never required to hold it. You never were. And on this exhale, you release it. Let it move. Let it leave through the exhale, dispersing out of your field. out of the muscles of your face, out of the tissue where it has been sitting and dimming your light for years. If tears arrive as this moves, do not give them a story. Do not reach for a reason. At this frequency, tears are not sadness. They are discharge, stored charge leaving the tissue, particularly the tissue around the eyes, which holds an extraordinary density of what a field absorbs. What is moving through you is leaving you, and what is left behind when it goes is lighter, clearer, younger, in the only sense that word has ever truly meant. Not fewer years, less weight. Now, blue light, Pleiadian, moving up from the base of your spine, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, rising toward your crown, and as it rises, it stabilizes the coherence you have just restored. It holds the field in its clarified state so that it does not simply sink back into compression the moment this transmission ends. Feel it moving up. Feel it settling into the coherent baseline your field was always designed to hold. Feel your face, released and warm and lit from beneath, holding the version of itself that carries no borrowed weight. Stay here for as long as your field requires. There is no rush. The recalibration is a progression, a series of steps the field must move through in sequence. And the moment you feel the urge to end this is often the moment just before the deepest step completes. Stay. Now let me tell you what happens next, because what began here does not end when this transmission does. What changed in your field is real, and it will express itself in the ordinary days ahead if you give it what it needs to root. Over the next several days, drink far more water than you believe you need. Water holds pattern. The coherence you restored stabilizes into the physical layer through the medium of water. And the visible changes, the ones others will begin to notice, depend on your cells being fully hydrated enough to hold their new light. Your ordinary thirst will underestimate this, exceed it. Drink as though your radiance depends on it, because in a very real sense, it does. When rest arrives, honor it without negotiation. Not because you are tired in the old way, but because your system consolidates a recalibration like this in stillness. The deepest repair happens in the quiet after, not in the effort. And a body that is allowed to rest fully carries the results of this activation on its surface far faster than a body that is pushed. Let yourself rest and understand that the rest itself is part of what is making you look the way you are about to look. And over the next 7 days, watch. Watch your own face in the mirror in the morning. And notice the days it holds the coherent state longer. Watch the people around you, and notice the first time someone looks at you a beat too long. and asks if you did something different, if you slept well, if you have been on holiday. When it happens, and it will, do not explain it. Simply acknowledge internally to yourself that they are seeing the release. That acknowledgement reinforces the new state and helps it hold. You released the weight, your light rose, and now the world is reading the light instead of the weight. That is the entire mechanism, and you just ran it. Understand what this actually means, because it reframes everything you believed about the way you were aging. The lines that deepened during the hardest years of your life were not simply time. They were the map of every weight you carried without setting down. The exhaustion that settled into your features was not simply age. It was compression that never got permission to release. You were not decaying. You were accumulating a burden that was never yours and wearing it on the one surface everyone could see. And now you know how to set it down. Not once, as a practice. Every time you feel the compression returning, every time you feel your field sinking under a weight that belongs to someone else, you know how to release it and let your own light rise back to the surface. This is not a single event. It is a capacity you now carry. You were never meant to wear other people's weight on your own face. You were never meant to read as tired to a world that had no idea how much you were holding for it. The version of you that is beginning to surface now, lighter, clearer, lit from beneath, is not a new version. It is the one that was always underneath, the one the compression hid. And it is coming back to the surface, not because you did anything to your skin, but because you finally set down what was never yours to carry. If you stayed through this entire transmission, if you are still here, still present, still feeling the warmth in your face and the lightness where the weight used to sit, place 999 in the comments now. 999 is the Pleiadian completion signal. It seals this recalibration cycle and marks your field as returned to its coherent baseline. And it tells every other soul receiving this transmission that the codes are live, the field is active, and someone was fully here. Subscribe to walk deeper into the transmissions, because the next calibration the Council has prepared moves into what happens when your restored light begins to affect the people around you, why some of them are drawn toward it, and why a few cannot tolerate it, and what their discomfort reveals. Like this transmission, not as a habit, but as a signal to every compatible frequency in this field that another soul release the weight tonight and let their light return. And if one soul came to mind while I spoke, one face that has been looking tired in a way that sleep does not fix, share this with them. They may be carrying a weight that was never theirs, wearing it on their own face, with no idea that it can be set down. Give them the chance to find out. The weight was never yours. Your light was only ever waiting. Now let it rise, and let the world see the version of you that was underneath all along. I am Ilaia. I will be in the field with you.